if you've been to the zoo, you've probably noticed that animal parade at the north entrance. Well, Lucy Curtis designed it. She worked on it with a team of architects and engineers to bring it to life, and she wants to inspire your kids to be creative. Lucy is the owner of Scwibble. Scwibble. What a great name.
It is a great name.
Encouraging everybody to get out there and let loose their inner artist. And starting with the kids, because kids, Lucy, can be very creative.
They can. In fact, children are probably the most creative of us because they're not inhibited in any way. They have no restriction. Last night, my little 2-year-old did that number for me, which is rather fabulous. And half of it was done whilst actually looking at me and aiming at the canvas somewhat.
Yes, sort of, because that's the way kids like to do it, don't they?
Like that.
I love this little tripod. That's a great, that's a great little art background to encourage your kids to get creative.
Yeah, and actually it's a really important way to develop motor skills, working vertically at an easel or any surface, but it aligns your hand and your wrist correctly, which enables your sort of motor skill development for later use when you're writing. So whether it's an easel or a piece of paper stuck on the wall or Daddy's flip chart in the office, anything like that helps to strengthen those muscles.
And great hand-eye coordination as well while they're doing
it. Way to go.
So you're encouraging us to let the kids have some freedom to do some artwork, and you've brought in to help them some soy crayons. These little, I thought these were little pebbles that you had.
Well,
these are awesome.
They're soy crayon rocks. These are a fabulous tool. What they do is they automatically make you hold the crayon in the tripod grip. And the tripod grip is your thumb and your first 2 fingers. And those are critical for developing writing skills. So there really is no other way to hold this crayon. If you have a stick crayon, very often this happens. And once you've developed that, it's actually quite hard to unlearn it. So what's nice with these is you automatically put the child in the right position. And then they're very easy to manipulate, so you can get huge sways of colour.
Sure, you can go on the top, you can go on the side, you name it. What about paints, like letting the kids loose with paints?
Well, I love paint, so you've got to be prepared for a bit of the mess, but I think paint is great because it enables them to understand pressure, developing lines, just simple exercises like, a fat line, a thin line helps them again develop those motor skills. But the trick for painting is to have tons and tons of brushes on hand and lots of water. And to not be too fussy, so, go for it. And there's a great range of paints that I really like, which are Liquitex, which are an artist's paint, but they do this great basics range.
And can you just put a blob of that and start going, or is this a mix with water situation?
No, just put a blob of it. I like to use an easel, but a plate or anything will do. But this is nice because you've got a flat sort of palette for them to work on, and they can just, scoop up the paint.
And relatively easy to wipe off little arms and...
Yeah, this is pretty good. But then again, I would always recommend a coverall.
Oh, you know what? Yesterday we were painting. There was the coverall. There was all the protection in the world, and I can't even tell you the mess that ended up. But I like to sit down and paint too, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Now you, with Scwibble, you will take artwork like that and you will turn it into a real keepsake.
Yeah, so this piece was created by, it's an 18-month-year-old. I don't know where the camera is to show these, but these were the 3 pieces that I received. I don't know if you can see
them. And then
them.
you really frame it and...
I take elements, so I took this element here, the big circle here, and a little scribble here to create a piece here that captures the essence of their work, but in a way that enables you to have a piece of fine art on your wall.
What a fabulous idea. You can check out Lucy at Scwibble.com for more info. And right now, we're going to give you a chance to win a bag of these great soy crayons. Email us at SaturdayGiveaway@globaltv.com. SaturdayGiveaway@globaltv.com. Let the kids get creative. It is helping them in the long run. Lucy, a contributor to Calgary's Child Magazine, which is available free around the city, and it is also available on Facebook and Twitter, so you can follow them there.